Labour's family feud. The battle over the two-child benefit cap. Right. So apparently it takes two former Labour leaders to tell the current Labour leader how to be, well, Labour. Neil Kinnock just lobbed another political grenade at Keir Starmer's doorstep. And honestly, the man's got a point sharper than a Gordon Ramsay kitchen knife. Buckle up. This isn't your typical family dinner disagreement. This is Labour eating itself alive over child poverty, and it's absolutely fascinating. So what exactly did Neil, I've been here since dinosaurs roamed Parliament, Kinnock say? The man who managed to lose 2 general elections, but somehow still commands more respect than half the current cabinet, just told Starmer to ditch the two-child benefit cap faster than you'd been last week's fish and chips. And here's the kicker. He wants to fund it by taxing the mega-rich. Revolutionary stuff. Really, who could have possibly thought of making wealthy people contribute more to society? Chef's kiss. Pure genius. But seriously, when Kinnock says current child poverty levels would make Charles Dickens furious, you know we've officially entered the twilight zone of British politics. Apparently, we've time-traveled backward to Victorian England, only with better Wi-Fi and far worse housing policies. Let's talk numbers because math doesn't lie, unlike politicians during election season. 1.7 million young people are living in households affected by this cap. That's not a statistic. That's a small country's worth of kids getting the short end of the stick because their parents dared to have more than 2 children. The audacity! And here's where it gets properly mental. This number increased by 37,000 in just the past year. So, while inflation eats everyone's wallet and energy bills are competing with mortgage payments for most likely to cause a mental breakdown, we're actively making life harder for families with multiple children. It's like playing Jenga with social policy, except when it falls, actual children suffer. Kinnock reckons scrapping this cap would lift 600,000 kids out of poverty. That's not just a nice round number for a Sunday Mirror headline. That's 600,000 real human beings who might get to eat something other than value brand beans on toast for dinner. Here's where Kinnock gets properly cheeky. He wants to fund this by taxing the richest 1%. What he calls the economics of Robin Hood. And honestly, fair play to him for owning it. At least he's not pretending there's a magical money tree in the Treasury garden that will solve everything. His logic is beautifully simple. The kids affected by this cap are voiceless, and their parents feel powerless. Meanwhile, the people who could easily afford to help are probably spending more on yacht maintenance than most families see in a year. It's not exactly rocket science, is it? But here comes a plot twist, the kind that would make Shakespeare weep. Starmer agrees with lifting the cap in principle, but claims Labour can't afford it, which is political speak for we'd love to help, but we're too scared of the Daily Mail calling us communists. And this is where things get properly bonkers. Gordon Brown already called for the same thing 2 weeks ago. Now Kinnock's piling on, and Starmer is stuck in the middle like a referee at a particularly vicious football match. Except instead of arguing about offsides, they're debating whether children deserve to eat. Number 10's response? Essentially, sorry, we already had one rebellion over welfare cuts this month, and our calculator says we can't handle another one. Apparently, doing the right thing comes with a monthly quota in modern British politics. The government recently ditched plans to slash £5 billion from the benefits bill after backbench MPs grew spines, temporarily, mind you, but now they're using that as an excuse for why they can't help children. It's like saying you can't buy groceries because you already paid rent. Both are necessities, but apparently political math works differently than actual math. Let's zoom out for a hot minute, shall we? What we're witnessing is Labour having an identity crisis in real time. On one side, you got the old guard saying, remember when we actually cared about poor people. On the other, you've got the current leadership saying, but what will the focus groups think? The two-child benefit cap, introduced by the Tories, naturally, is basically social engineering disguised as fiscal responsibility. It's a government saying, we'll help your family, but only if it's the right size according to our spreadsheets. Because nothing says family values like punishing children for existing. And the timing? Perfect. Just as the cost of living crushes families, just as child poverty reaches Dickensian levels, and just as Labour is supposed to be showing they are different from the Tories, they're essentially saying, same policy, different rosette. So there you have it. Labour's having a very public family argument about whether helping children is affordable, while the richest 1% are probably watching from their ivory towers, popcorn in hand. The question is, will Starmer listen to two former leaders who've actually been in the trenches, or will he stick to playing it safe while 1.7 million young people remain trapped by a policy even Charles Dickens would find appalling? What do you think? Should Labour grow a backbone and scrap this cap, or is it right to be cautious? Drop your thoughts below. And if you enjoy watching Labour tear itself apart over basic human decency, smash that subscribe button for more UK Plug content, because British politics is basically reality TV, except the consequences are real and the drama never ends. Until next time, this has been UK Plug, where we make sense of the senseless, one political mess at a time.